How's it going, everybody, and welcome back again to the podcast. Today is a post-workout podcast. Just finished up my cardio today and feeling pretty good. It's Saturday and just leaving the gym. So Saturday morning cardios are a pretty regular thing for me, or at least they have been for the past few weeks. A lot of the reasons why I implement cardio on Saturday mornings isn't because I necessarily want to. I don't mind, but it's primarily because of my weigh-in. To explain a little bit as to how I'm currently weighing in, and for anybody out there who's interested, I am a big guy, as you can see if you're watching the YouTube videos. I'm on my second time around with a kind of like a weight loss phase. My first time around, I started at a pretty heavy weight, and I got all the way down to, at my lightest, I think it was like 205 or like 203 on a good day. And that was with some pretty intense cardio, pretty intense weightlifting, super strict on the dieting. Life sort of happens. I am now a father, married, a husband, or I didn't marry a husband, but I am a husband now. And, time in the gym just went on pause. I was living in Southern California, and a lot of times we find ourselves with all this sort of things that consume our time. So the gym sort of sat on the back burner. Eating out became a regular thing because having a little one, and again, it may sound like an excuse, but time is really limited. You don't really have a lot of time to cook, to prepare meals, and your child, when they're very small, they require a lot of your time from both myself and my son's mother, my wife. So I started packing on the pounds once again. After reaching a breaking point, or sort of like the limit that I was comfortable with, my wife and I, we had a long talk, and we've sort of fell into a rhythm with our son. And it was like, okay, it's time to get back in the gym. So with these podcasts, with these videos, it's sort of like a documentation this time around of my journey. The first time around, I kept a weightlifting log, so I'm able to look back at where I was in terms of lifting. I tracked my weight with MyFitnessPal app, so I'm able to look back at some of the trends for my weight loss. But I kind of want to do it different this time. I kind of want to approach it more as a long-term thing. The first time around, like I mentioned, it was pretty intense in the gym. Some days I was going 2-a-days. I was doing morning cardio for an hour, fasted, and then I would go to work, and right after work I would come back and do another hour, sometimes even 2 or 2.5 hours, depending on my gym partner at the time, lifting. And I was getting into powerlifting, so sometimes it would take a good 30 minutes, 45 minutes just doing squats, because it was like a mad cow routine, or I was doing a small off junior routine. And when lifting really heavy weight, you got to take a break. You can't really just sit for a minute and then get back on it and hit it hard. I was aiming for PRs and doing all these other things, but there was no real, audible or video diary. I guess you can call it a diary or a vlog as to where I was mentally. So I've been at this now for, I want to say this is week 7. I've been on a steady descent in my weight loss. I took a look at my numbers at where I left off, and I was very, very conservative with where I wanted to start now. I don't want to find myself getting into any early injuries, getting back into the gym. That's something that a lot of people can find themselves getting into. They might want to get into the gym and hit it really hard, and then lo and behold, injury occurs, and then what? Now you're out of luck. I mean, you're going to have to take time off the gym. You're going to have these huge interruptions, And it's just not a good thing for anybody who's starting out or anybody who's returning to the gym. I definitely wanted to take a much more humble approach in my weightlifting journey this time around. And again, think about it in the long term. I have to think about this as, what is the next 10 years of my weightlifting life going to be like? Because I do enjoy this lifestyle. I do enjoy lifting weights, and I do enjoy hitting the gym and doing cardio. Not so much in the gym cardio. I do really like outdoor activities, but it's the rainy season right now, so I don't get out to do much hiking or biking. But again, it's something that I'm getting back into the groove of. So week 7, I finished my morning cardio. I did an hour of cardio, 30 minutes on the stairs at level 4. These stair machines, I'm pretty sure every stair machine, that whatever dictates level 4 may be different from gym to gym or manufacturer to manufacturer. But the stair machine I'm using at the gym that I'm currently attending or going to, level 4 is where I'm at. I'm currently trying to aim to keep my heart rate around 130 beats per minute. When I first was in the gym, week 1, I was at level 1 on the stairs, and my heart rate was all over the place. It was like peaking at 170. It was like around 150. I was trying to regulate my breathing. I was just really out of it. And by out of it, I really do mean like out of shape, not where I left off. That can be sort of a reality check right there. But again, like anything with adversity, comes sort of the mental trials that you'll have to endure or you have to push through. So I'm now currently at level 4. I feel that eventually there'll be a diminishing return. Level 4 right now seems pretty comfortable. I think that maybe I'll peak at level 5 on that machine or level 6, and then it's just going to be straight up like a cardio workout after that. And that's not what I want to do. I don't want to be that guy that gets in shape and then looks at the stairs like, or I'm pretty sure you'll see these gym goers at your gym that you may attend, and you'll see they're going like balls out on the stairs, or they're like doing HIIT training on the treadmill. And when I'm looking at it for the long haul, I have to think about it like it's a marathon and not a race. I want to have a healthy lifestyle. I want to have a healthy and a strong heart, a good cardiovascular system, but I don't want to be in the gym doing it like that, because I had done it that way before, and the sustainability is kind of difficult. It was easy as sort of a single man, but as a family man, I want to save my energy, so to speak, for my family, for my son, when he wants to play, when he wants to run. So I try to keep it at a steady state in the gym. And the same thing goes for weights. Before I was hitting it hard, I was pushing heavy 1-rep maxes. I was trying to aim for 1-rep maxes, but now it's more of a bodybuilder approach. It's 3 sets of 10 or 5 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 15. It's a higher rep range with I don't want to say a moderate weight, because now I'm on week 7. I've been increasing my weight on the bar, and I want it to be a challenging weight. So, for example, if I'm back squatting, on front squats, because I do legs 2 times a week, on Tuesdays, I'll do front squats, and I do 3 sets of 10. If I make it up to, like, say, 225, doing 3 sets of 10, that's great. I want to continue. I don't want to stop there. I'll continue to pursue more weight, but I would like to keep that movement a rep range of 10. So whatever my peak is, I'll just have to continue to work to try to get higher. But my back squats, that will obviously move up, because I do 3 sets of 5 for back squats. So it's lower rep range. I should be able to push heavier weight. And if I make to do like 405, would be a nice goal to hit for 3 sets of 5. then that would be great as well. But I'll continue to pursue more. Again, there'll be a peak limit. I'll reach my athletic potential maybe in a couple years, but for now, I want to keep the weight at a challenging amount. I want to continue to pursue to put weight on the bar. But after my 30 minutes on the stairs, I ended up finishing out my cardio day with 30 minutes on the treadmill. And on the treadmill, I don't run. I ended up doing like level 3 on the incline. I'm not sure, like some treadmills, they'll do percentages or grade percentages. On this treadmill, it's just a number value. So I did a number 3 on the incline, and then a speed was at 2.5. Sometimes I'll go 2.8. I can do 3, but again, watching my heart rate monitor, my heart rate is actually around like 145, 150, which is kind of high, but I figure I'm walking, even if it's a brisk power walk, so I'm not really too concerned with being in like a high cardio state when it comes to walking on the treadmill. And that was sort of my day. That was my cardiovascular work for this Saturday. To touch on why I went in this morning for fasted cardio, I weigh in 3 times a week. Monday through Friday is when I try to do my best on my dieting. I try to eat as clean as possible. This past Friday was a company barbecue. The last Friday of every month at the company that I'm currently working at, we do a company barbecue for the employees, me being one of those employees. And I tried to keep it moderate by putting primarily protein on my plate. However, they did serve up some jasmine rice that was seasoned in such a way that it was necessary to take an extra scoop of that rice. It was really, really good. Bread is sort of like an Achilles heel for me. It's good. Like, who doesn't like bread? Unless you're like you have a intolerance to gluten. But it was a good bread. Chips and salsa, and the meat was, I think it was like steak meat. It didn't look like tri-tip this time. It looked like steak meat. Chicken breast that was cut in half, and sausages. And then they did Spam. It's like the first time kind of throwing something new in there. Maybe because it was paired with the rice, but yeah, they threw some Spam on the oak pit, and it was delicious. I'm a huge fan of Spam. I don't buy Spam myself. The last time I actually had Spam that was in my home was when I was a kid living with my parents. I don't think I've ever purchased a can of Spam. But when I get Hawaiian barbecue, sometimes I'll get that, whatever that Spam roll is. It's like Spam sitting on top of a pilaf of rice, and then it's wrapped with a seaweed. That stuff is bomb. It is delicious. I usually get one of those because they want to charge you like $3 for one of those things, and it's like, that's kind of, to me, excessive. To me, it seems like a 99-cent kind of item, but it is, Hawaiian barbecue restaurants. It's whatever they want to charge. So, or you could just make it yourself. So yeah, I kept it moderate. I weighed in this morning. I wasn't at a number value that I wanted to be at. I was a pound lower than I was last week, but it wasn't the number that I had hoped to be at. And again, that number could be varied by things like sodium intake. It could be swayed by being a high calorie day the day before. I could still have some food in my belly from the day before. Who knows? It could be water retention. It could be a number of things. But I wasn't where I wanted to be, so I decided to go into the gym. And rather than going balls out, I just did my 1-hour workout, steady state cardio, got a good sweat going, and just finished it out. The second time I weigh in will be tomorrow morning, because Saturdays I do implement a cheat meal today's cheat meal is still up in the air. I'll probably go with how I feel because of yesterday and this morning's weigh-in. I might skip it, but we'll see. That's to be determined. By the time noon hits, I might be kind of hungry, and I might want to do that cheat meal. And then I weigh in Monday mornings to see. I weigh in Saturday mornings to see where I landed during the week. I weigh in Sunday mornings to see where I landed after the cheat meal. And then I weigh in Monday mornings to see where I landed after the weekend and to see where I'm starting the new week at. And yeah, that's sort of where I'm at right now. Just taking it day by day and trying to implement sort of this new lifestyle. Week 7 morning cardio podcast / vlog or whatever have you. And yeah, I'm here at the house now, so I'm going to cut it short. Thank you guys again for taking the time to listen. If you are catching me on YouTube, be sure to give it a like and subscribe, please. And if you're listening to me on iTunes or the Google Play Store, the audio version, be sure to throw out a 5-star. Let me know what you guys are thinking. You can reach me either in the comment section below on YouTube, or you can actually DM me on my Instagram. I don't really use Facebook, though I have one, and I seldom check Snapchat anymore. But you can always slide in the DMs. My Instagram handle is @Ramon_Campamor. That is CAMPOAMOR. And let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's any topics you guys want to talk about. Really, this is just sort of my own personal kind of journey. My audio / video diary of where I'm at, where I'm going, and what I'm doing. So thank you guys again for listening and following along. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.